Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Time for another edition of Tigard Barbers Post 158 Baseball as they get ready to host the Hillsdale Merchants. These two teams have already played a couple of times this season, which began nearly a month ago back in early June at Tigard High School when these two teams played in the first game of the season. The Barbers are coached by Joe Duran. Barbers will be wearing red uniforms with black numerals with white trim, red hats with black bills, and the white Boston bead over the center of the caps. And for Hillsdale, white kind of short sleeve button-up shirts with red thin vertical stripes across the torso and the short sleeves with a wide black stripe across the bottom, kind of similar to the Chicago White Sox throwback uniforms. White hats with either H for Hillsdale or M for Merchants. Can't see from up here in the booth. Black bill for the hats, gray pants with some of the players wearing red socks, white pants with a red stripe down the side for the Barbers. We'll have the starters for you in just a moment as they're introduced from tonight's public address announcer. Then a short break as the American Legion Code of Conduct and National Anthem are performed before we get ready for the first pitch. We'll take a 1-minute break and get you the starting lineups for both teams when we return. We'll be back after this from Jason Bond Remodeling. This is Tigard Post 158. American Legion Barbers, American Legion Baseball on Westside Mobile Media.
Want to give your kitchen or bath a fresh new look? Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They also offer cabinet installation and will do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based in Washington County and will service most Portland area locations. For quality kitchen and bath remodels, call Jason Bond Remodeling at 503-430-0145.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
And we're back. Welcome back to Tigard Post 158 Barbers American Legion Baseball on Westside Mobile Media. Barbers had a great come-from-behind win last night, defeating Mid-Valley of Albany by a score of 11-10 in walk-off fashion. Barbers had a 5-0 lead after the bottom of the second and then ran into some trouble on the mound. Got outscored 10-2 through the bottom of the third until the top of the third until the bottom of the seventh innings. We're down 10-7 in the bottom of the final frame, or in the final frame in the bottom of the seventh, and had the bases loaded, nobody out, and it looked like we were headed to a easy walk-off situation. However, next batter Hunter Robinson grounded into a 3-2-3 double play, grounded to first back to the catcher to get the runner at the time to prevent the winning run from scoring back to first for the double play. But just as it seemed we were headed to extras, Kellen Hicks with a line drive over the head of the second baseman that scored the game-winning run for the 11-10 victory. Barbers put up 4 in the final frame for the 11-10 victory. Tonight they're hosting the Hillsdale Merchants of Southwest Portland. Again, American Legion Baseball comprised of mainly 16 to 22-year-old high school and younger college players. For the Merchants, number 3 leading off, Ian Colmer, designated hitter. Number 13, Isaac Margulies at shortstop. Number 16, Cody Roletto at third base. Number 5, Andy Frank will be behind the plate. Number 19, Alex Dexter at first base. Number 2, Cam Hammer will play at second base. Number 10, Reese Fisher in left field. Number 7, Ryan Ghazi in right field. And number 1, Jackson Poole in center field. Starting pitcher not hitting will be number 17, Russell Peterson. Bench players for the Merchants, or players not starting, I should say, number 50, Jonathan Schmer. Number 24, Diggy Griffin. Number 22, Griffin Gibson. Number 15, Cody Dickinson. Number 8, Eddie Meyer. And no, not the same MLB player. Max Scherzer is not taking a break from his professional duties, but there is a Max Scherzer playing for the Hillsdale Merchants. Merchants comprised of mainly players from teams in the western half of the Portland Interscholastic League, including Lincoln and Ida B. Wells. Starters tonight for the home team, Tigard Post 158 Barbers. Number 5, Eric Altmark, shortstop. He'll be the leadoff hitter as usual. Number 4, Gunnar Gustafson gets the start tonight at second base. He did not play last night. Number 2, J.E. Cannon will be moved over to third from his normal starting second base position. Number 18, Cam Masters Doble will be behind the plate. Number 21, Austin Wolf at first base for the second straight evening. Number 22, Ian Salbeda will be in left field tonight. Number 24, Alex Ingalls will be the designated hitter. Number 15, Griffin Scott in right field. Number 6, Tristan Sieber in center field, also for the second straight night, and starting pitcher. Number 8, Logan Robinson. Players not starting tonight, number 7, Hunter Robinson. Number 9, Kellen Hicks. Number 14, Owen Tilden, who was not with the team last night. Number 16, Luke Fulkerson. Number 27, Luke Brooks. Number 28, Jason Knopfsinger, who got the start in the win over Mid-Valley. Number 32, Cooper Smith. And number 34, Kevin Leeds, as the players from both teams recite the American Legion Baseball Code of Conduct. Now, a moment for tonight's national anthem. Failed to mention during the start of our broadcast the number situation for Hillsdale. Apparently we have a warning already given to both teams. A little bit of smack apparently going on after both teams have been introduced. Hillsdale wearing their white. We gave you the color combination, but not some of the other information on the jerseys. Merchants in cursive lettering in red and black on the chest across the front. Hillsdale between the shoulder blades, white numerals with red trim on a white back with red and black stripes. Leading off for the Merchants, number 3, Ian Colmer, designated hitter, will face number 8, Logan Robinson, starter for the Barbers. No love lost between these two teams. Andy Frank played for the Barbers last season. He's been the one of the biggest power hitters for Hillsdale this season and had their only run in a solo shot in the game opener at Tigard High School. After tonight, a busy week ahead for Tigard, probably the biggest tournament in American Legion baseball outside of the state tournament. It's the Papa's Pizza tournament at North Eugene High School, which will also be the site of the state tournament in late July. We will likely not be able to bring you that broadcast broadcast the entire state tournament if the Barbers advance. However, with our work schedule, however, if the Barbers do advance to the Saturday and Sunday final round, we would do our best to try to bring those games to you live. Leading off for the Merchants, stepping into the batter's box, number 3, Ian Colmer.
Number 3, Ian Colmer.
First pitch to Colmer is a little bit inside from Logan Robinson, ball 1. Robinson right-hander against Colmer, the right-handed hitter. Takes the first strike at the at-bat, 1-1. Pitch is framed beautifully by Masters Doble. Kept off the plate, 1-2. Pitch is low and outside that time, evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 from Robinson, late swing, gets a piece of it about halfway through the swing and rolls it foul into the first base dugout of the Merchants. Count remains 2-2. Pitch from Robinson, strike 3 called. Ring him up for out number 1. So good start for the Barbers as Logan Robinson strikes out the first batter he faces. 1 out, and that will bring number 13 Isaac Margulies, Merchant shortstop, to the plate. First pitch gets a piece of it, fouls it straight back on the first pitch, 0-1. Again, congratulations to our normal team we broadcast, the Banks Braves. Just 3 losses in the 2023 baseball season, finishing with a 3A state championship. Wyatt Hesselman with a 9K, 3-hit, 2-walk, complete game win and a 3-0 shutout over Cascade Christian of Medford at PK Park in Eugene, baseball home of the Oregon Ducks back in early June. The 0-2 pitch jammed him on a high fastball inside and couldn't catch up with it. And Logan Robinson, working quickly, has already struck out the first 2 batters he's faced. And that time did it in just 3 pitches. Cody Roletto will try to avoid Hillsdale being set down in order. Takes the first pitch a little bit high on the outer edge, ball 1. The 1-0 from Robinson, up and in, as he has to kind of duck over the pitch that's inside, 2-0. Pitch from Robinson taken all the way for strike 1, right about waist high, right where you want the pitch. Two-one again is well outside, nearly in the dirt. Nobody aboard, so no harm, no foul if it had gotten past Cam, but able to glove it in the right side of the batter's box. 3-1, and flare to the right side, down the right field line. That's going to drop and bounce into the corner near the 325 marker. Throw gets back in quickly, but it's a 2-out double for Cody Roletto. And the Merchants have a runner in scoring position early, despite first two batters being struck out. 325 to left, 325 also to right here at the home of the a affiliate of the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Hillsdale Hops. 400 feet to straightaway center field. Big blue wall just about 10-15 feet to the right in straightaway center field. Kind of a protector from balls getting onto a youth field behind the outfield. Pitch from Robinson catches the outer edge, 0-1. 2 outs, runner at second. Cody Roletto with a 2-out double in the corner to right. Robinson looks at second, wheels, and they got him easily and dove back, and it looked like he may have been too far off the bag or had issues with the slide and was either late getting back or didn't quite reach the plate, and that will end it for the top of the first. So the final out is caught off of second, leading too far off the bag. Merchants leave the bases empty despite getting a 2-out double to the corner from Cody Roletto. And after half an inning, a hit, no runs, no errors, and nobody left. Barbers coming up to bat for their first time when we return after this from Sarah Hesselman, Premier Property Group.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post. And we're back, bottom of the first inning. Apologize for the delay. We are unable to air the music played between innings due to copyright issues. It would end our broadcast due to YouTube copyright rules. So we're now back as the warm-up music between innings has ended, leading off for the Barbers. Number 5, shortstop Eric Altmark. First pitch taken all the way to the left-handed hitter, strike one. Righty versus lefty. The 0-1 kicks and fires a little bit high for ball one. The 1-1 from Peterson fires, and just outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. So back-to-back misses from Russell Peterson. Eric Altmark now ahead in the count, 2-1. Pitch taken at the knees for strike 2. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Altmark yet to pull the trigger. Peterson with kind of a herky-jerky pitching motion, stops halfway through his delivery and freezes. Ground ball pulled off the right side into the short concrete fence near the high school and college bullpen area here at Ron Tonkin Field. 2-2 pitch again, misses high. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes, and Barbers hoping to get the leadoff runner aboard to start the game like they did last night. Ooh, pitch a little bit low, maybe inside. Didn't miss by a whole lot, but it's ball 4, and Altmark will trot down to first base with a leadoff walk. Barbers had 3 runs in the first and 2 in the second, and had to come back after being down 10-7 in the bottom of this at the start of the bottom of the 7th. Now batting for the Barbers, number 4, second baseman Gunnar Gustafson. Throw back to first, and he tried to dive back, and it couldn't slide, and stopped about a foot shy of the bag. He's going to be caught in a rundown, trying to get back to first. So 1 out, now the base is empty after Eric Altmark reached on a leadoff walk and then got caught too far off the bag at first, just like the final out of the top of the inning. And Cody Roletto got caught too far off the second and had a funny dive back to the bag that came up short. Pitch is taken for a called strike to Gunnar Gustafson, 0-1. Pitch is taken for strike 2. So at least early, Barbers hitters not able to pull the trigger very much. Peterson way inside, nearly hit Gustafson, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 from Peterson, strike 3 called, bring him up for out number 2. And that will bring J.D. Cannon, third baseman, to the plate. Again, Kellen Hicks not starting tonight. He was the hero last night with a line drive with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, connecting on the game-winning single to right that scored a runner at third for a come-from-behind 11-10 win over Mid-Valley of Albany. Pitch is high over the head of the pitcher. Grounder to second, throw to first is not in time. And safe at first on a bang-bang play. J.D. Cannon keeps the inning alive for the Barbers with a 2-out infield single high on a high chopper over the head of Russell Peterson, the Hillsdale starter. Now batting cleanup hitter Cam Masters-Doble. Definitely decent power. Could bring in the first run of the game for the Barbers. Decent speed at first, so anything hit to the outfield, especially if it makes it to the fence, could score a run. It just grounded old line right to the first baseman, and that's an easy unassisted out for the first baseman. And that will do it for the Barbers in the bottom of the first. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left at first after 1 complete. Still, the Hillsdale Merchants nothing, and the Tigard Post 158 Barbers also nothing. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with the top of the second inning after this From Christy Van Meter, Union Home Mortgage.
Your local lender, Christy Van Meter at Union Home Mortgage, is here to walk you through every step in purchasing your new home. Christy and her team bring trusted knowledge and years of experience to make your home loan financing process an enjoyable one. If you're in the business or have questions about purchasing or refinancing your home, call Christy Van Meter at Union Home Mortgage, 503-327-5302, or visit uhm.com/kvanmeter. Union Home Mortgage, official sponsor of the PBR. Union Home Mortgage promises kept. Christy Van Meter is licensed in Oregon 1700271, Washington MLO-1700271, and Arizona 1039867. Union Home Mortgage is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsboro. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com, or call us at 503-648-2341.
Lead off, top two, number 5, Andy Frank.
And we're back top of the second inning, leading off for Hillsdale, catcher number 5, Andy Frank. First pitch from Peterson, low and away for ball 1. Correction, Robinson, not Peterson. Peterson, the starter for Hillsdale. Held straight back off the end of the bat. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hillsdale had a two-out double to the corner, and then Cody Roletto, who hit the ball deep, got caught too far off the bag at second for the final out of the top of the first. 2-1 the count to Andy Frank. Pitch from Robinson is in the dirt, ball 3. Barbers pitching really had issues last night. Allowed 10 runs from the 3rd through the 7th innings, and there's a 5-pitch walk given up to Andy Frank to start the 2nd inning for Hillsdale. Batting number 19, first baseman Alex Dexter. Left-handed hitter. Pitch is swung on and foul tipped out of the glove of Masters Doble, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch looked a little bit low, but ruled strike 2. Robinson throws to first, not in time. Again, we'll be back with, or plan on returning with Banks High School Athletics, starting with volleyball against Catlin Gable in late August, and then football starts September 1st, Labor Day Friday, against Astoria. This could be 2. The flip to second on to first. The stretch in time for the 6-4-3 double play. Batting number 2, Cam Hammer, Merchant's second baseman, after Alex Dexter grounds into a double play. Which is way inside for ball 1. Barbers hoping to face the minimum amount of hitters this inning, despite giving up a walk. The double play got them back in line defensively with the Hillsdale lineup. 1-1 the count to Cam Hammer. And no swing. I thought maybe he got a piece of it and it hit the shin guard of Masters Doble, but the check with the Infield umpire at first says no swing. 2-1 the count. Pitch is called a strike that time, down and in. 2-2. 2-2 pitch from Robinson. Slow roller to short, the throw to first, clutches, and in time to get Cam Hammer for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. And despite a walk in the inning, the Hillsdale Merchants go in order with a double play after 1.5. It's the Merchants nothing, and the Barbers also looking for their first run when we return in the bottom of the second after this from Main Street Pizza.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
Whether it's a steaming hot old-fashioned cup of joe or hot chocolate on a cold winter day, or an ice-cold Italian soda or iced coffee on a hot summer day, any time is a great time to stop by Scoggins Creek Coffee. With 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton, their warm and friendly baristas will get you the delicious drink of your choice. Scoggins Creek Coffee, call 503-985-3483, 503-985-3483.
And we're back bottom of the second inning, still no score. Much different start to this game than last night when the Barbers had an 11-10 win. They had a 5-0 lead heading into the top of the third. At this point in the game, each team with just 1 hit, no score. Leading off the bottom of the second for the Barbers, number 20, I believe 21, Austin Wolf. First pitch is swung on, lifted to the left side. Playable, no, coming back in and able to reach back and make the catch. So it was actually caught in foul territory. Kept its way out of the bleachers, and there's out number 1 for the Barbers as Austin Wolf fouls out off the third base line. Now batting with 1 out, left fielder number 22, Ian Salbeda. First pitch up and in, ball 1. The 1-0 from Salbeda, high chopper back up the middle for the second base hit of the game for the Barbers. A 1-out single back up the middle for Ian Salbeda. Now batting number 24, Alex Ingalls, designated hitter. Now hopefully the Barbers can get some smart base running. The only other time they had a hit, the base runner got caught off first, trying to dive too far back and came up about a step short of the bag. Was caught in a rundown between first and second. 1 out, no score. 2 hits for the Barbers, 1 hit for the Merchants. First pitch to Ingalls is also inside. Little chin music, 1-0. Pitch is off the plate outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch swung on and laced foul into the short backstop concrete fence. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scoreboard still shows 2-1. Actually, I think that was the first strike of the at-bat. Throw back to first, not in time. Runner at first goes, pitches lifted back onto the overhang above us, 2-2. Banks football last year lost to Kennedy in the 3A semifinals, and then Kennedy got destroyed by Cascade Christian in the state championship. Kennedy and Banks, though, will both be in the same league next year. Banks has not lost a league contest in about 5 years, as Alex Ingalls is caught looking for strike 3. 2 outs for the Barbers in the bottom of the second. Banks losing a lot of key players. Quarterback Logan Kind, a 3A state baseball player of the year, also a key player on the football team. He'll be graduating. They'll lose him as a tight end wide receiver, listed as a wide receiver, but really played more like a tight end. 1-0 the count to number 15, Griffin Scott, right fielder. 2 outs, runner at first after a 1-out single from Ian Salbeda. Runner at first goes, check swing, jammed him, and it's going to be lined foul just to the end of the net off first base side towards the Merchants dugout. Count is 1-1 strike. Banks Lady Braves also looking to return to the state 3A volleyball playoffs. Lost in the second round at Santiam Christian in 5 sets. 1 match shy of the state tournament at Springfield. And the fly ball to Griffin Scott will be caught by the center fielder for the Merchants, Jackson Poole. No runs, a hit, and a runner left stranded at first after 2.5. Still, after 2 full innings, headed to the top of the third. It's still no score between the Hillsdale Merchants and the Tigard Post 158 Barbers. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
There's a new premier fiber internet provider in Vernonia featuring friendly and helpful customer service. Sign up with Gorge Networks today for symmetrical speed fiber internet, 300 meg or 1 gig speeds with managed Wi-Fi included in the low monthly price. No contracts or price increases. Refer a friend and get a free month of service. Make the switch to Gorge Networks today. Call 541-436-0223. You can also email us at sales@gorge.net.
Leading off the top of the third, number 10, Reese Fisher. Merchants left fielder. First pitch misses way outside to the left-handed hitter. 1-0. Robinson misses with the second pitch as well. 2-0 the count to Reese Fisher. Pitch inside. And Logan Robinson about to give up a 4-pitch walk to Reese Fisher to start the third inning. And taken high for ball 4, and Reese Fisher will be aboard on a leadoff 4-pitch walk to first. Start the third inning, and with no score in this game in the top of the third, I feel like every base runner, at least early, is that much more important, regardless of whether it's a hit batter, walk, error, anything. the base runners are going to be important in what seems like a very defensive game. Batting number 7, right fielder Ryan Ghazi. Pitch is swung on and gets a piece of it off the end of the bat, straight back, 0-1. Pitch is taken for strike 2, down and in. Time called temporarily as Jackson Poole tried to give the home plate umpire a extra ball, but he says not yet. The pitch, check swing. He went for the 3rd strikeout of the game for Logan Robinson, and that will bring up Jackson Poole now. Bottom of the order for the Merchants, Russell Peterson, who you see listed at the bottom of the starting lineup, is not hitting. Pitch, actually a throw to first. Diving back is Reese Fisher with a 1 out. Pitch is way outside. May have been a pitch out, 1-0. Robinson's delivery is a called strike at the knees, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 from Robinson, half swing on a wild pitch in the dirt, 1-2, fooled him. That time with a nasty breaking ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jackson Poole. One-two pitch, swung on, and home run power on that swing, but got a lot of work to do to straighten that one out as it's going to go over onto Hillsdale Stadium on the football side. Count remains 1-2. 1-2 pitch again, straightens the swing out a little bit more, but it's going to go this time off the end of the overhang off the third base side. Count still 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Robinson deals to first on a throw a little bit high, but Austin Wolf able to reach up and make the grab to keep Fisher close to the bag. The 1-2 misses way outside again, up and away. And again, kind of feel like that may have been a pitch out right in line of sight up the first base side to keep an eye on Reese Fisher at first. 2-2, 1 out. Pitch up and out of the strike zone, and now nothing to play with. No pitch out opportunities with a full count. Runner at first goes, and it's going to be a hit and run, but infield playing in, and that's just going to be a run-of-the-mill single to shallow left as Hillsdale had the hit and run in place, and Barbers were ready for it. So now 1 out and runners at first and second. Second hit of the game for Hillsdale on a single from Jackson Poole to shallow left. 1 out, double play ends the top of the third. Batting Ian Colmer resets the order. Merchants doubleheader, or designated hitter. Robinson kicks and fires for a called strike start to the at-bat. The 0-1, hard ground ball to short. Throw to second for 1. Clutches and can't get the ball out of the glove. Not sure what happened, if he was worried about the runner at third scoring on a possible throwing error, or if he just got the ball stuck, but clutched and never made the throw to first. So Colmer will reach on a fielder's choice, 2 outs, And now runners at the corners for number 13 shortstop Isaac Margulies, and we're going to have time called as Joe Duran comes out of the dugout with Cam Masters' double, trying to give signs to Logan Robinson. Don't think this is any type of a situation where they're going to look at trying to pull Logan Robinson. Nobody warming up in either bullpen. I think this is more about defensive play calling and what they want to do to try to keep the run from third from scoring. And again, base runners very important in this game. It's been a pretty defensive contest both sides. Just 2 hits through 2 2/3 innings. Two hits for each side. First pitch to Margulies is lifted to the right side, and making the easy catch for out number 3, Austin Wolf. So, despite a base hit, the Merchants leave runners stranded at the corners. And after 2.5, each team still with 2 hits, but nothing on the board where it matters. And as we head to the bottom of the third, still no score between the Tigard Post 158 Barbers and the Hillsdale Merchants of Southwest Portland. This is 2023 Tigard Post 158 American Legion Baseball. On Westside Mobile Media, we'll be back in 1 minute after this from Wana Credit Union.
Do you or someone you know own a business? As a local business ourselves, we know how important daily operations are, which is why we offer small dollar business loans for equipment, building upgrades, machinery, and more. The credit union even provides employee benefits for business members. Learn more at wanafcu.org or ask to speak with a commercial team member today. Again, to learn more, visit wanafcu.org. In Likeness of You offers caricatures, face painting, temporary tattoos, indoor and outdoor games, arcade games, and even costume hero birthday events. Since 2013, they've even held corporate events for some of the biggest companies in the world. For more information or to book your next party, go to inlikenessofyou.com, thebash.com, or call 503-858-0164. That's 503-858-0164.
Bottom of the third inning, still no score between the Tigard Barbers and the Hillsdale Merchants. After tonight, the Barbers will be at North Eugene High School, Sweet Johnson Stadium, for the Papa's Pizza Tournament. Papa's Pizza, for a long time, also had a location on 158th and Beaverton, but now the home of Replay Sports Bar. First pitch is swung on, looked like it may have partially hit Tristan Sieber as well, but it's just going to be a regular foul ball, 0-1 the count. Sieber, the bottom of the order, 9-1-2 to start the third inning for the Barbers. And Peterson's delivery, Sieber barely moves the bat off his shoulders, less than a quarter swing, and 1-1 the count after the pitch misses. Peterson delivers a little bit high and inside, 2-1. Shadows starting to make their way further in off the overhang behind home plate. 2-1, pitch down and in for strike 2. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tristan Sieber, the bottom of the order, leading off for Tigard in the bottom of the third in a scoreless contest. Two-two pitch, bounces that one well in front of the opposite side of the batter's box. A wild pitch that time from Russell Peterson, count is full. 3-2. 3-2 pitch, chopped foul, I think in on the hands of Tristan Sieber, chopped high off the plate. Count remains full. Again, the 3-2 hits the inside part of the opposite batter's box, way outside, and it's going to be a leadoff walk on a full count pitch to Tristan Sieber, bringing up number 5, Eric Altmark, Barbers shortstop with a runner aboard. And each team has had a lot of base runners, but base runners have been very important with only 2 hits in the game. You're in the bottom of the third, and each team has had horrible base running errors after getting on board. Barbers tried to dive back to the bag in what appeared to be a comical slide that came up a good, at least a good step shy of the bag, and then pickoff move at first is going to be thrown away, and rounding second, the throw to third is not going to be in time, and the Barbers have the go-ahead run in scoring position after a bad pickoff move at first is going to put Tristan Sieber at third base with nobody out in the bottom of the third inning. And going back to what we were talking about just a moment ago, Hillsdale, I think it was Cody Roletto, had the first hit of the game in the first inning with a 2-out double, tripped and tried to dive back to the bag, and again almost came up as short as the Barbers did on that slide back to the bag earlier in the game. Throw to first is the only play, and that's not going to be in time, as first baseman Alex Dexter had to reach and stretch, had to reach behind him and stretch at the same time, and he may have pulled a hamstring or something. He's a little slow to get up his left knee, and that's going to score the first run of the game on the throwing error to first. It's 1-0 Barbers with nobody out in the bottom of the third. First pitch to Gunnar Gustafson is lifted foul out of play about halfway up the first base side on the opposite side of the first base dugout, 0-1. Throw to first. Altmark was already on the bag. One run, 3 hits, no errors for the Barbers. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Merchants. Runner at first goes, and there's going to be no throw to second as catcher Andy Frank got the ball trapped between his knees and couldn't find it until Altmark was already almost all the way to the bag. The 1-1, it pitches lifted again out of play off the first base side foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Altmark wanted to go on that pitch as well. He was quarter of the way to third before that pitch was delivered. Peterson now looks back at the bag, decides to come to the plate and bounces one into the right side of the batter's box to Andy Frank, 2-2. Might be time for a good mound visit from Andy Frank. He's having all kinds of issues with what Russell Peterson is giving him this at bat. 2-2 pitch way inside, and that's ball 3. Still nobody warming up in either bullpen. Only 3 hits given up by Hillsdale, but Russell Peterson having issues this inning. 3-2 pitch, swung on, that's going to get through the gap, diving back to his right, and he started to go to his right, had to dive back to his left, and ball got through, and now they're going to try to... Gunnar Gustafson's going to try to reach second, and I think that's more just a little bit of gamesmanship, hoping to kind of egg Hillsdale into a throw that hopefully they'll throw away and have the runner from third score, but Merchants don't buy it, and Gustafson gets back into first with another base hit, the second of the inning for the Barbers, a 1-0 lead, still nobody out, and J.D. Cannon, Barbers' third baseman, comes to the plate with runners at the corners. Taken, cutter across the plate, left to right for strike one. Actually cut right to left, came in on the left-handed hitter. The 0-1 pitch, runner at first goes, and strike two called. No throw again to second. The Andy Frank does not want to risk a second run scoring this inning. What is still a very defensive game, despite Barbers picking up a little bit of offense with 2 hits and a run in the inning, but also aided from a Merchants error and a pickoff move at first, and that's going to get through the gap. They're going to hold the runner at third, and now they're going to force a decision between first and second. Play to the plate is not in time, so 2 runs scored. Throw to second after the play at the plate is not in time, so it's now a 3-0 lead for the Barbers on a crazy rundown situation between first and second after a single by J.D. Cannon, and it's now 3-0. And with the way this game started, that lead seems more like 5 or 6 runs. With the defensive start we've had, at least up until this point. Batting number 18, Cameron Masters-Doble, runner at second, still no outs. 3 runs on 3 hits in the inning. Peterson will step off. J.D. Cannon at second. Pitch taken on the outer half, 0-1. Wheels throw back to first is high over the shortstop's head, and the throw to third is again a crazy slide, trying to slide on this brown turf with rubber pellets, and J.D. Cannon almost again came up short of the bag, but that may be it for Russell Peterson. Nobody in the Merchants bullpen still, but 3-0 lead, runner at third for the Barbers. Still nobody out. Cam Masters-Doble, Barbers catcher, hitting with a 1-strike count. Austin Wolf, first baseman, on deck. And Peterson will stay in the game, just his first mound visit, but I would not be surprised if Hillsdale gets somebody warming up in the bullpen. 2 minutes shy of 1 hour of game time. 6:58. Official start was 6 o'clock. Pitches down in the dirt to Cam. Ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 from Peterson, down and in, 2-1. Runner at third is J.D. Cannon after a single, advance to second on a rundown, and then stole third. Which is well inside, and Frank can't find it as the ball goes down around the inside of his right ankle and nearly kicks it. That could have allowed Cannon to score. 3-1 the count to Masters-Doble. 3-1 pitch, swung on and just gets a piece of it, knocking it into the opposite side of the batter's box. Count is full 3-2. Still nobody out. Pitch is fouled straight back off the end of the bat. Count remains full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Peterson delivers the 3-2, and pitch was down and in, but Masters Doble trying to keep the at-bat alive and calls it into the Merchants dugout. Count is full. Nobody out in the bottom of the third. 3 runs have already scored on 3 hits. Pitch is swung on, and that's belted to right. Going deep on it all the way back. That's going to bounce over the wall for a ground, or no, it's going to bounce up against the wall. Kind of tough to tell with those shadows from the trees along the right field line, and it's 4-0 as J.D. Cannon scores on an RBI triple to the right field wall from Cam Masters Doble, one of the best power hitters for this team, and it's 4-0 as the bats from the Barbers finally come alive here in the bottom of the third. I'll bring up Austin Wolf with still nobody out. Peterson is up and out of the strike zone as Frank has to come up out of his stance to keep the ball from going over his head, which would have allowed Masters Doble to score. Pitch from Peterson, swung on, lifted straight back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch may have made its way onto the at-risk parking area. Four runs, 6 hits for the Barbers. 4 of those hits and all 4 runs coming this third inning. Finally, the Barbers are going to come up with their first out after Austin Wolf lifts one to shallow left down the third base line. 1 out, 4-0. Bottom of the third inning. Number 22, Ian Salbeda, left fielder, batting. Still a runner at third in scoring position. Already 4 runs have scored this inning to break up what was a scoreless tie heading into the bottom of the third. Pitch from Peterson, strike called. Good pitch. Right around knee high, 0-1. 1 strike count, swung on and pulled foul off the third base side, 0-2. Hillsdale now does have somebody warming up in the high school and college bullpen off the right field line. 0-2 the count to Ian Salbeda, 1 out, 4 runs in on 4 hits this inning. And Cam Masters Doble at third after a triple, ground ball to third with the runner back to the back. Throw to first is in time for out number 2. Masters Doble was unable to score on the shallow fly to left and now cannot score after a high chopper to third for the second out. Alex Ingalls, designated hitter, batting for the Barbers. Kind of feel like maybe his walk-up music should be the theme from Little House on the Prairie. Of course, Little House on the Prairie books, wrote by Laura Ingalls Wilder, turned into a hit, probably one of the top 10 TV series of all time back in the late 70s, early 80s for NBC. The 0-1 pitch, check swing is flared over the second baseman's head. Alex Ingalls with an RBI single to right, and with 2 outs, it's now 5-0 after Alex Ingalls lifts one to shallow right, dropping it in for a single to make the score 5-0. 7 hits now for the Barbers after what until the bottom of the third was a pretty defensive game. Barbers won 11-10 last night and had a 5-0 lead after the second inning. Tonight, though, scoreless heading into the bottom of the third, and now 5 runs in the bottom frame for Tigard. The pitch taken at the knees on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Only 2 hits, 2 errors for Hillsdale of Southwest Portland. Which is just outside. Looked like it was framed right about the same spot by Andy Frank, but the plate umpire says that pitch did not catch the edge of the plate like the first one. 1-1 the count. Two outs, 5-0 in the bottom of the third. All 5 runs have scored this inning. This one's lifted to right, and that will do it for the bottom of the third inning. But in a frame that seemed like it took about half an hour, the Barbers get 5 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and actually leave a couple of runners stranded. We head to the top of the fourth. It's now Tigard 5 and the Hillsdale Merchants nothing. We'll return in the top of the fourth inning after this.
Westside Mobile Media is home to Westside's greatest hits. Great top 40 hits from the 70s to today with artists like the Bee Gees, Madonna, Billy Joel, Cyndi Lauper, Whitney Houston, Elton John, NSYNC, Jennifer Lopez, Imagine Dragons, Adele, and more. Local news, sports, and weather updates for Portland's Westside and live broadcasts of Banks High School athletics. Check us out at westsidesgreatesthits.com for advertising opportunities. Email westsidemobilemedia@gmail.com or call 971-330-8122.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
And we're back top of the fourth inning. 1-0 the count to the Hillsdale hitter, number 16, Cody Roletto, third baseman. Fouls that pitch off the right side, 1-1. Pitch is swung on, tried to reach for one, chased that ball to the literally chased across all the way across the plate, reaching for it into the opposite batter's box. Came up empty, 1-2. Pitch is down in the dirt that time, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch just misses outside. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Cody Roletto, leading off the fourth inning. Had one of just 2 hits so far to this point for Hillsdale, and now he's going to reach on a walk on a full count pitch that misses outside. Top of the fourth inning. Batting for Hillsdale, number 5 catcher Andy Frank. For First pitch low. Masters double able to keep it out of the dirt, but still misses below the strike zone, 1-0. Robinson again, right about the same spot, 2 balls and no strikes. And here comes head coach Joe Duran. Maybe getting close to the pitch count for Logan Robinson with nobody out in the top of the 4th inning. He's done a pretty good job to this point, allowing just 2 hits. Does not appear to be anybody getting ready to warm up in the Barbers bullpen. Top of the 4th inning, 2-0 the count to Andy Frank. Merchant's catcher, runner at first. Just swung on and lifted to right center. In the sun against the edge of the shadows in right field, making the catch. Center fielder Tristan Sieber for out number 1.
First baseman, number 19, Alex Dexter.
Batting number 19, first baseman Alex Dexter. Pitch is way outside for ball 1. Taken for a strike. Around the knees, 1 ball and 1 strike to Alex Dexter, first baseman for the Merchants. Runner at first. Pitch outside, and Cam Masters double. Looks Andy Frank back to first. 2-1 the count to Dexter. Robinson fires and strike 2 called. Two-two pitch, and it's going to be lifted to left, coming over towards the line, making the catch, left fielder Ian Salveda for out number 2. Andy Frank will retreat back to first. I want to thank all of our sponsors for helping us bring you Banks High School Athletics and American Legion Baseball. Our 4th season doing Legion, Jason Bond Remodeling, Jim's Market, Sarah Hesselman Premier Property Group, Banks Post Newspaper, Christy Van Meter at Union Home Mortgage, LaHaye's Custom Embroidery in downtown Hillsboro, Main Street Pizza, Scoggins Creek Coffee, Specialty Screen Printing, Gorge Net Internet Service Provider, Blue Mountain Networks, Wanna Credit Union in likeness of you, Party Events and Face Painting, Westside Mobile Media, that's us, and Oregon National Guard. Hard ground ball to the left side, cut out from the gap, and there's no throw. Nice job defensively by the shortstop Eric Altmark, but too deep in the hole to risk trying to make a deep throw to first, and runners are going to stay put now at first and second. Call that an infield hit. Batting number 10, Reese Fisher, left fielder. Is down in the zone, but ruled strike on the first pitch of the at-bat. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Runner in scoring position for the Merchants is Andy Frank, and he's one of the best players for the Merchants. Great power and pretty decent speed. You would not think, based on his size, that he would have that much of a difference with the long ball, but he's at second base, and they're going to try to do what they can to keep him from scoring with 2 outs and runners at first and second. Just taken up and off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. And again, out comes Cam Masters-Doble to discuss most likely how they're going to keep Andy Frank from scoring. And Reese Fisher is going to have something to say about that with the home plate umpire. That's the second straight pitch that Cam has come out to meet with Logan Robinson. Just swung on, and that's going to score a run. That's going to get deep in the gap, probably all the way to the wall. Could score two. It will score two easily, all the way to the Coca-Cola sign in left center, and with an easy stand-up two-out triple, two-run score on the triple to left from Reese Fisher to make the score 5-2. Two outs, now batting Ryan Ghazi with a chance to drive in another run with a base hit. Runner at third after the two RBI triple from Reese Fisher. Pitch is a little bit outside. Starts to pull the bat off, but thinks better of it. 1-0 the count. One pitch up and inside, trying to keep Reese Fisher close at third. And it's going to be lifted out of play off the first base side, 2-1. Pitch again is foul, lined into the center of the net, well above the Merchants dugout off the first base. Twos across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch from Robinson just high on a curveball. Didn't miss by much. I think the Barbers fans wanted it. Count is full, 3-2. 3-2 pitch swung on, and that's going to be caught by the left fielder Ian Salveda for out number 3. But the Barbers do give up their first runs of the game. 2 runs score on a RBI triple from Reese Fisher. And now as we head to the bottom of the 4th, it's the Tigard Barbers 5 and the Hillsdale Merchants 2. When we return, we'll talk about the football schedule for Banks after this 1-minute break from Jason Bond Remodeling.
Want to give your kitchen or bath a fresh new look? Jason Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They also offer cabinet installation and will do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based in Washington County and will service most Portland area locations. For quality kitchen and bath remodels, call Jason Bond Remodeling at 503-430-0145.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Barbers looking to get a couple runs back after Merchants finally able to break through and score a pair off of Logan Robinson. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Hillsdale. 5 runs, 7 hits for the Barbers, each team scoring all of their runs in 1 inning. Barbers with 5 in the 3rd, Merchants with 2 here in the top of the 4th inning as we get set for the bottom half. Kristen Sieber, bottom of the order, being waiting to be called up. Banks High School football could be the final year next year of them being dropped down to 3A. Normally it's a 4-year time for reclassification for schools, but according to Banks High School Athletic Director Ben Buchanan, he thought it could put Banks back up to 4A in as soon as 2 years, which would be after next year. But the Braves will open the season at home against Astoria September 1st. All Friday games this year, then be at Tillamook. Start league play week 3 against Rainier, and then all league the rest of the way, except for one rare late season road game at Siuslaw Florence in early October. Sieber will start things off for the Barbers in the bottom of the 4th, and it hits him in the back, right on the shoulder, and Sieber will trot down to first after just one pitch.
Back to the top of the order, shortstop, 5, Eric Hallmark.
Shortstop Eric Altmark now hitting. Merchants have pulled their pitcher from the bullpen. Pitches outside, throw down to second is well in front of the bag. New pitcher, that's why they pulled him. It's number 22, Griffin Gibson. And a right-handed thrower for Hillsdale. Safe at second on the steal is Sieber. Just swung on, that's going to score a run. That'll drop over the head of the shortstop. Rounding third, the play at the plate is going to be cut off halfway up the third base line. Sliding in easily to score is Sieber after the RBI single from Eric Altmark. And Barbers get a run back at 6-2 in the bottom of the 4th. Batting number 14, Owen Tilden. His first at bat for any non-starter for the Barbers, with nobody out and a run in the bottom of the 4th. Tilden will likely come in to catch, showing bunt. Runner at first goes after holding it. No throw. Tilden back in the batter's box, 0-1 the count. Runner at second. Again, the runner goes. It's going to be lifted out of play off the first base side, 0-2. Two-strike count to Owen Tilden off the bench for the Barbers. A 6-2 lead, 6 runs on 8 hits. Pitch is waved at and missed for strike 3. First out of the bottom of the 4th, bringing up number 2, J.D. Cannon. And Tilden hit for Gunnar Gustafson, so normally Tilden plays behind the plate when he comes in. Not sure if he'll be at second base when the top of the 5th inning starts. Throw to second. Just trying to keep the runner close. Eric Altmark. Gibson with a runner at second, fires, and it's through the legs of Andy Frank, and that's going to allow Altmark to reach third, and another runner. Pretty good position to score for the Barbers, just 1 out. Already one run is scored in the inning. Appears maybe Austin Wolf is the pitcher in the Barbers bullpen. Hunter Robinson now also comes out. 2-0 the count from Gibson, out. Ooh, just As I started to say, that pitch was outside. It was outside, but it was ruled a strike as well. 2-1 the count. Pitch that time for sure is outside. 3-1. All the way into the opposite side of the batter's box, which right now is almost non-existent. All the slides at the plate, and the batter's box on the first base side is nearly gone as well. And there's a walk to J.D. Cannon. Now runners at the corners, 1 out for Cam Masters-Doble, the Barbers catcher. Pitches outside, low and away, and Frank can't pull the trigger on a pickoff move at second with a runner at third. So now that takes away the double play. 1 out. Runners at second and third. Pitch from Gibson is low and away for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch, down and in, gets away from Frank, but not very far. 3-1 the count with first base open. Pitch from the bullpen area makes it into the third base coach's box. Pitches downstairs for ball 4. Now the bases are loaded with a 1 out, and they're going to bring up Cooper Smith for his first at bat. Time has been called, and that's going to bring out the Merchants head coach out to talk with Griffin Gibson. The mound visit is over. J.D. Cannon also discussing with head coach Joe Duran the plan with Cooper Smith at the plate. Definitely home run power. Which is swung on and not a home run, but it will score a run. It drops in front of the left fielder. It's now 7-2, so the Barbers stretch the lead back to 5 after an RBI single to left from Cooper Smith. Gets the second run in the inning and makes up for the 2 runs scored by Hillsdale in the top of the inning. Ian Salbeda, left fielder, coming to the plate with 1 out. Bases still loaded. Just taken all the way for strike 1. Again, a ground ball to the left. A ground ball anywhere could end the inning. Just swung on and lifted out of play, foul off the right side. On to the count to Ian Salbeda, pitches way outside, and Andy Frank has to stretch way across the front of his body from his left side all the way as far as he can to the opposite side. Otherwise, that may get all the way to the backstop and could have scored 2. Pitch is swung on foul, tipped into the glove of Andy Frank for out number 2. And number 24, Alex Ingalls, Barbers DH, steps into the box with 2 outs.
7 outs to play. DH 24. Out. Singles.
Pitch is lined back up the middle for a base hit. That's going to score 2 more. Cannon will score, and as the ball gets back to the mound and gets away from new pitcher Jonathan Schmer, Cam Masters Dole also scores. Actually,
7 outs to play. Right fielder number 15. Griffin Scott.
Schmer is playing at first base. Gibson's still on the mound. Schmer came in to cover the play at the plate on the base hit back up the middle. 9-2 now in the bottom of the 4th with 2 outs. Just swung on, and that's going to be laced foul into the bullpen area off the first base side near the beer garden. Nine to 2 Barbers lead, 5 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th. Bottom of the 4th inning, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Pitch is down and in, but looked well inside, down around the ankles, but ruled strike 2. Griffin Scott, the hitter. Barbers right fielder. Pitch is well outside in the dirt. Frank keeps it in front of him. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 9 runs, 10 hits for Tigard. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Hillsdale. The 1-2 pitch. Slow grounder back up the middle off the pitcher's glove. Recovered in time by the second baseman. The throw to first, Jonathan Schmer, is in time. And after 4, it's now the Barbers 9 and Hillsdale 2, as both teams finally making up for lost time in the last 2 innings. We head to the top of the 5th. We'll return in 1 minute.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post. Hitting off the top of the 5th for the Hillsdale Merchants, stepping into the box is number 1, center fielder Jackson Poole. First pitch is high as New catcher for the Barbers, Owen Tilden, comes into the game. 1-0 pitch is well outside off the plate and low. Cutter left to right. Pitch upstairs, 3-0, and new pitcher Ian Wolf, Austin Wolf, has not found the plate yet. And again outside, a 4-pitch walk to Jackson Poole to start the 5th inning for the Merchants.
That's the top of the order. DH number 3, Ian Coleman.
Top of the order, number 3, Ian Coleman, DH, batting with a runner aboard and nobody out in the top of the 5th. Hillsdale has a pitcher warming up, nobody in the Barbers bullpen. Of course, Austin Wolf just came into the game hard. Grounder to third off the glove of, I think, Cam Masters-Doble, now playing at third base and can't track the ball down as it rolls over towards second, and I think that's got to go as a base hit, kind of a tricky hit ball to third. No, they're going to rule it an error. So runners are first and second, and Hillsdale in pretty good position to start the 5th inning despite trailing 9-2. So an error and a walk showing bunt is Isaac Margulies, shortstop for the Merchants. 5 runs, 4 hits for the 5 runs in the third, 4 in the fourth for the Barbers, 2 in the fourth for the Merchants, but Hillsdale again threatening with nobody out and runners at first and second. Pitch is way outside, 2-1. And new pitcher Austin Wolf having issues as he came in this inning and was allowed first two base runners to reach. Lifted to the right side, deep in the infield. Caught by the second baseman, which is still J.D. Cannon. 1 out for number 5, Andy Frank. Actually, Cody Roletto, third baseman. Andy Frank is on deck. Just came out to take the glove of Roletto. Roletto had the first base hit in the game for the Merchants with a double to the corner and right. Two runners aboard, pitches way outside, and Owen Tilden nearly couldn't handle that one as he has to reach all the way to the opposite outside batter's box and then falls forward to try to corral the pitch. Wolf looks at second, fires, and it's lifted to right. Underneath it easily is Griffin Scott. Throw to third is going to skip past, and that's going to be a overthrow into the dugout, and that's going to allow another run to score for Hillsdale. I believe it's Andy Frank coming home to make the score 9-3. Pitch is down and in to Andy Frank now at the plate, so that was not Andy Frank that scored. Pitch is down low between the legs of Owen Tilden, 2-0. Pitch is going to bounce off the shin guard and get all the way to the backstop. Throw to the plate is not in time, and a second run is scored for Hillsdale in the top of the fifth. The score is now 9-4. Andy Frank still hitting, 2 outs, and a 4-pitch walk to Andy Frank with the bases empty.
Now is the game. Number 50, Jonathan Schmer.
Jonathan Schmer, his first time at the plate. Came in to play first base last inning. Left-hander fires, and hard ground ball back up the middle. And taking it to the bag himself is the shortstop, Eric Altmark, for out number 3. But the Merchants get 2 more runs and pull a little bit closer. Still, though, a 5-run lead for the Barbers heading to the bottom of the fifth. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post. And we're back, bottom of the fifth inning. Tigard a 9-4 lead over Hillsdale. 5 runs in the third, 4 runs in the fourth. After what was a pretty defensive first 2.5 innings of this contest. Number 6, Tristan Sieber, stepping into the batter's box. Last night's game took about 3 hours. This game, based on the current tempo, could end probably about the same time. Owen won the count to Sieber after he fouls off the first pitch, and pitch lobbed to the plate, misses way inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 pitch. On the outer edge, 1-2. Nine, 1-2 for the Barbers this inning. Fisted foul up the third base side. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Barbers center fielder Tristan Sieber, number 6. 1-2 pitch, and it's lifted foul off the opposite side. Still 1-2 the count. New pitcher for the Merchants, number 15, Cody Dickinson. 1-2 pitch misses outside. Tristan Sieber now with a good battle, coming back for a 2-2 count after fouling off a couple of pitches. Again, tries to lob one at the plate, nearly hits Sieber in the helmet. Count is full 3-2. Three-two pitch out. Oh yeah, he just looked like he was about to do the elbow fist bump to ring him up, but he was pointing outside, and Sieber is aboard on a pitch that misses off the plate on a full count. Eric Altmark again top of the order, shortstop. Runner at first goes, pitches inside, throw to second is not in time, and Barbers with another runner in scoring position, nobody out after the leadoff walk to Sieber. Altmark the hitter, a 1-0 count, runner in scoring position at second, nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. Barbers a 9-4 lead. Pitch is swung on into the top of the net just below us to our left. 1-1 the count. Throw back to second. Nine runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Barbers. 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Hillsdale of Southwest Portland. Runner at second goes. Throw down to third is not in time. Sieber slides around the tag, so with 2 steals in the inning, the Barbers again threatening to score with nobody out and a runner at third. Pitch from Dickinson, swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Took a little off it as it crossed the plate and comes back to even the count against Eric Altmark. The 2-2 from Dickinson, lob to the plate, hard ground ball back to the pitcher. Throw to first is the only play after thinking about coming home. Dickinson appears to be okay, but the throw to first will allow the run from third, Tristan Sieber, to score, and it's now 10-4 in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out.
Next up, number 14, catcher, Owen Tilden.
Batting new catcher number 14, Owen Tilden, and now they will come out to check on Cody Dickinson. Last night originally scheduled as a doubleheader with Mid-Valley of Albany and Gunderson Baseball, a club-level team from West Lynn. Just one game actually played, an 11-10 win over Mid-Valley here last night. And the Barbers were originally scheduled to take on club-level Rose City Baseball here tonight, but that was changed and switched to the Hillsdale Merchants. Two 2-0 the count to the Barbers hitter Owen Tilden. One out, bases empty, a run in, 10-4. Pitch is low in the dirt, 3-0. Is inside for ball 4, and Owen Tilden with a 4-pitch walk gives the Barbers another base runner with one out in the bottom of the 5th inning and a 6-run lead. J.D. Cannon stepping up. Every time these two teams play, it's almost like a Legion team playing a club level team that is way overmatched. The pitch down and in to Cannon, 0-1. Barbers have had big leads against this team every time they've played. And every time Hillsdale starts to make a move, the Barbers have appeared ready to answer. Reaching for it is big number 50, first baseman Jonathan Schmer. As it's laced into foul territory, 0-2. Barbers had an 11-1 win at Tigard High School over this team in their first game of the season at Tigard High School. (10-4), bottom of the 5th, one out, runner at first. Lob ball misses high. I think that just again is a pitch out to keep Tilden safe at Tilden close at first. Hillsdale definitely does not want to keep Tilden safe. They want to put him out. The high fly ball to center field by J.D. Cannon is caught by the center fielder Jackson Poole for out number 2. Batting number 18, Cam Masters Doble with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th and a runner at first.
Number 18, third baseman Cam Masters Doble.
Throw to first, not in time. I've had some issues with a helicopter flying over, pitch a little bit inside. Ron Tonkin Field very close to Hillsborough Airport, only about maybe a mile. Which is outside, 2-0, and Cody Dickinson is having some issues finding the plate. Now military helicopters flying overhead, pitches down and in for ball 3. Runner goes and it's pulled foul. 3 balls and 1 strike. Three and 1 to Barbers hitter Cam Masters Doble. Started the game at catcher, now I believe playing at third base. 3-1 pitch is off the end of the bat, lifted to right, going back, over the head, diving to the ground is the left fielder, unable to make the catch, Reese Fisher, and rounding third, scoring on another RBI triple for Cam Masters Doble, his second triple of the game. Owen Tilden, the man who replaced him behind the plate, is able to score, and it's now 11-4, 2 more runs coming in the, 2 runs scoring in the Bottom of the fifth to now make the score 11-4. Batting number 21, Austin Wolf, started the game at first base. First pitch misses for ball one. 11-4 in the bottom of the fifth. 2 outs. Pitch taken for a strike. 1-1. Cam Masters Doble with an RBI triple is at third. Pitch is taken high. 2-1. Just fouled out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Barbers with 5 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 2 here in the fifth. Hillsdale 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, and ground ball to second. Throw to first in time, and that will do it for the Barbers. Cam Masters double attempt to score will not work as the third out is recorded, and after 5, it's now the Tigard Barbers, Tigard Post 158 Barbers 11, and the Hillsdale Merchants 4. 6th inning when we return.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market for
Whether it's a steaming hot old-fashioned cup of joe or hot chocolate on a cold winter day, or an ice-cold Italian soda or iced coffee on a hot summer day, any time is a great time to stop by Scoggins Creek Coffee. With 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton, their warm and friendly baristas will get you the delicious drink of your choice. Scoggins Creek Coffee, call 503-985-3483, 503-985-3483.
Starting out the top of the 6th for the Merchants. Second baseman number 2, Cam Hammer. First pitch from Austin Wolf misses for ball 1. Outside. One-0, pitch is swung on. That's going to get through the gap between first and second for a leadoff single for Cam Hammer. Batting number 10, left correction number 24, Diggy Griffin. His first at bat. First pitch taken for strike 1. Runner at first with a leadoff single. This pitch is line foul off the third base side, 0-2. Cam Hammer, the runner at first. The 0-2 to Griffin, strike 3 taken, and that will set down Diggy Griffin for out number 1 in the top of the 6th inning, bringing number 7, Ryan Ghazi, to the plate. Austin Wolf kicks and fires, pitch down and away. The 1-0 is outside, 2 balls and no strikes. A pitch, swung on and missed, strike one. And breaking news earlier tonight, Madonna apparently in intensive care after being found unresponsive in New York City, so possibly bad news for one of the top 10 pop stars of all time. 2-2 the count to hitter number 7, Ryan Ghazi, the right fielder for Hillsdale. Austin Wolf on the mound. The pitch reaches up for it and smacks it into the net above the Merchants dugout. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch, strike 3 called, and that's out number 2. Second strikeout recorded this inning for Austin Wolf. Number 4, Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer also playing at the major league level. Spent a lot of time with the Nationals. Not sure if he's still with them or not. The pitch from Austin Wolf is called strike 1 at the knees. The 0-1 pitch, runner at first goes, throw to second is not going to be in time. So the Merchants just 4 outs left to play with. They do get a run into scoring position, but trailing by a touchdown. Pitches up and in. 2 balls and 1 strike to Max Scherzer. This game may get over a little earlier than last night, which ended around 9 o'clock. 2 minutes after 8 o'clock right now, and we're 1 out away from the bottom of the 6th. Check swing. Not only 1 out, but 1 strike. Infield umpire says Scherzer did not go. 2-2 the count. 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Hillsdale. 11 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Barbers. Runner at second goes, and pitch is swung on and missed. So again, the steal will be for naught. The steal attempt will be for naught, as on the pitch, Scherzer goes down swinging. And after 5.5, we head to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Tigard Barbers holding an 11-4 lead over the Hillsdale Merchants of Southwest Portland. We'll return in 1 minute.
Whether it's a steaming hot old-fashioned cup of joe or hot chocolate on a cold winter day, or an ice-cold Italian soda or iced coffee on a hot summer day, any time is a great time to stop by Scoggins Creek Coffee. With 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton, their warm and friendly baristas will get you the delicious drink of your choice. Scoggins Creek Coffee, call 503-985-3483, 503-985-3483.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
Bottom of the sixth inning, leading off, number 22, Ian Salbeda, right fielder. Correction, left fielder, Griffin Scott listed as the starting right fielder. First pitch is over the head of Salbeda for ball one. One 0 pitch inside 2-0. Three 0 the count to Ian Salbeda. Nobody out in the bottom of the sixth inning. Barbers with a 7-run lead, 11-4. Pitch is swung on, pulled. Foul, nearly hitting one of the Barbers players that's up on the top step railing in the third base dugout. Pitch again. Chopped foul in that direction. 0-2 or 3-2. Salbeda was well ahead in the count, 3-0, and has fouled off the last two pitches. And pulled foul closer to the line, but still just a couple of inches into foul territory. Again, the 3-2 from, I believe, Andy Frank pitching. Or no, it's Cody Dickinson, 15, not 5. And Salveda's going to reach on a leadoff walk to start the sixth inning. Number 24, Alex Ingalls. Dickinson, right-hander, upstairs, misses. Ball one. Pitch misses, 2-0 the count to number 24, Alex Ingalls, Barbers DH. Runner at first, Ian Salbeda, after a walk on a full count pitch. Throw back to first. Pitch is well inside, and for the second straight hitter, Dickinson is behind. 3-0 in the count, but last time nearly came back and got Salbeda, who fouled off the next two pitches. Taken all the way for strike one. Pitch is pulled foul off the left side, and just like Salbeda, Dickinson has come back to force a full count after back-to-back foul balls. And we're going to have time called as the foul ball has ricocheted and found its way into the field of play in the left field corner. Tilden now the hitter, it is still Alex Ingalls, and a swing and a miss that time, so Dickinson does in fact come back to record the K, but time has been called as
The Merchants are going to come out and have a discussion with Cody Dickinson. Griffin Scott, the hitter for the Barbers. Started in right field, but as is usually the case, trying to get everybody some playing time. He may no longer be in that position. We do have a new pitcher for the Merchants. Can't quite. New pitcher is starting shortstop for the Merchants, number 13, Isaac Margolis. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and be back after this from One Credit Union.
Do you or someone you know own a business? As a local business ourselves, we know how important daily operations are, which is why we offer small dollar business loans for equipment, building upgrades, machinery, and more. The credit union even provides employee benefits for business members. Learn more at wannafcu.org or ask to speak with a commercial team member today. Again, to learn more, visit wannafcu.org. And we're back, bottom of the 6th inning, pitching change for the Barbers, sliding on a steal attempt, getting picked off at second for out number 2. Waiting for the scoreboard to change. I believe it's Ian Salbeda. 1-0 the count to Griffin Scott. New pitcher Isaac Margolis, starting shortstop for the Merchants. Pitches off the plate outside, 2-0. Oh, correction, 1-1. Pitch Margolis is lifted to the right side. This should send us to the top of the 7th, and going back to make the catch in shallow right is the starting second baseman Cam Hammer. After 6 innings, still the Barbers 11 and Hillsdale 4. Should be a quick top of the 7th and maybe an 8:30 completion to tonight's game. We'll take a 1-minute break and return after this from In Likeness of You. In Likeness of You offers caricatures, face painting, temporary tattoos, indoor and outdoor games, arcade games, and even costume hero birthday events. Since 2013, they've even held corporate events for some of the biggest companies in the world. For more information or to book your next party, go to inlikenessofyou.com, thebash.com, or call 503-858-0164. That's 503-858-0164. Westside Mobile Media is home to Westside's greatest hits. Great top 40 hits from the 70s to today with artists like the Bee Gees, Madonna, Billy Joel, Cyndi Lauper, Whitney Houston, Elton John, NSYNC, Jennifer Lopez, Imagine Dragons, Adele, and more. Local news, sports, and weather updates for Portland's Westside and live broadcasts of Banks High School athletics. Check us out at westsidesgreatesthits.com for advertising opportunities. Email westsidemobilemedia@gmail.com or call 971-330-8122. Top of the 7th, Barbers 3 outs away from an 11-4 victory. First pitch is swung on and missed by Cody Dickinson, who came in to pitch earlier in the start of the 6th inning. Going to the count after swung through the first pitch and fouled off the second straight back. Just swung on and missed for strike 3, out number 1. And Hillsdale down to their final 2 outs. Batting number 13, new pitcher, shortstop Isaac Margulies.
Number 13, Isaac Margolis.
From Austin Wolf, swung on and missed on a pitch that tailed away, may have been outside. The 0-1 able to hold off that time on the pitch right around the same area, was still off the plate, but further up and vertically in the strike zone. Pitch is outside, 2-1, and all 3 pitches to Margulies have been either on the outside edge or off the plate. 2-1 the count from Austin Wolf. Pitches swung on again, staying away, and off the end of the bat foul, reaching for it, 2-2. Which is, wow, right, if not for the overhang, that pitch would have came right through the window into the home press box, just a couple of windows down to our right, separated by a wall. Pitch is swung and missed for strike 3, and quickly 2 outs for Hillsdale in the top of the 7th, trailing 11-4. First pitch to Cody Roletto, misses for ball 1. He's had a decent night offensively for the Merchants, although they have not had that great of a night themselves. 4 runs, but only 5 hits, 2 errors. The first hit of the game for the Merchants, a double with 2 outs in the top of the first. They got into the corner and right with 1-1 pitch from Austin Wolf. This is low and inside, 2-1. Pitch is fouled out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hillsdale down to their final strike. Two pitch from Austin Wolf. And Roletto keeps the at-bat alive, fouls one off high again into the overhang, and time has been called. As Coach Fritz, pitching coach, is going to go out and have a discussion with Austin Wolf. There is a pitcher warming up for the Barbers, and that's going to be it for Austin Wolf. We'll take a 30-second break and return after this from Oregon Army National Guard.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
New pitcher of the game, number 16, Luke Fulkerson.
New pitcher for the Barbers with 1 strike left in the contest for Hillsdale to try to keep this game alive. Luke Fulkerson comes in relief of Austin Wolf. 2-2 the count to the Merchants hitter, Cody Roletto. 5 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth for the Barbers, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth for the Merchants. New pitcher for the Barbers. Had a little difficulty there with our mic. New pitcher is number 16, Luke Fulkerson, who, if he just throws 1 strike, the game is over. Not really sure why they brought him in that position. It's a 7-run lead, so not really anything that Austin Wolf did to try to, that could have allowed any hope for Hillsdale. A 7-run lead for the Barbers. Maybe just get him a chance to get some pitches in. Maybe just 1 pitch. Roletto, the hitter, did foul off 2 straight pitches. 2-2 is outside, ball 3. And pitches down and away for ball 4, and that's going to get away all the way to the backstop, but Roletto will stay at first. You can advance to second on ball 4 if it gets far enough away from the catcher. Now everybody will hit for Hillsdale. Eddie Meyer will get what appears to be his only at bat with 2 outs and a runner at first. Pitch taken for strike 1. The 0-1 from Fulkerson, cutter crossing across the plate. Right to left misses for ball 1. The 1-1 from Fulkerson, outside at the knees, ball, strike 2. And reaches for 1, keeping the game alive into the third base overhang. 1 ball and 2 strikes, still the count. The 1-2 from Fulkerson, swung on and lifted foul out of play onto the third base concourse. Again, the 1-2 way outside, and that's going to allow Roletto to reach second easily on a wild pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The hitter, Eddie Meyer, in his only at bat. Pitch is way inside, count is full. And pitch is grounded back up the middle, slow roller. Throw to first is in time for out number 3, and that will do it. Final score, Barbers 11 and the Hillsdale Merchants 4. 5 runs in the 3rd inning for the Barbers, and they never really were threatened after that. 2 runs in the top of the 3rd from Hillsdale, but they doubled that in the bottom half, scoring 4. 2 in the 5th for each team, and that's your box score. Final score, Tigard 11, Hillsdale 4. Barbers will now head down to Eugene tomorrow morning for a tournament at North Eugene High School, the Papa's Pizza Invitational, a big part of Oregon American Legion baseball and summer baseball in the state of Oregon. That'll do it for us. Our final score, the Tigard Barbers 11 and the Hillsdale Merchants of Southwest Portland 4. Our next broadcast will be likely sometime next week. We'll look at the schedule and get you that information when sometime next week as the Barbers continue their run towards the Oregon American Legion State Tournament at North Eugene at the end of next month. I'm Trevor Beard. Enjoy the rest.